Have you ever looked at your curls and thought, what happened to my hair? Maybe you've gone through stress, hormonal changes, illness, or simply years of trying products that never seem to work. If that's you, I want you to know you're not alone. Today's client came to me carrying that same feeling. She told me that just a few years ago, her hair was healthy, full, and easy to manage. Then life happened. Over time, she noticed more hair fall, less density, less definition. She's also had a haircut in the past that didn't grow out the way she hoped. By the time she came to see me, she had one request: please don't cut off too much length. And I completely understood. When you've already lost hair, the last thing you want is to lose more during a haircut. Today wasn't about creating the perfect shape, wasn't about dramatic layers, it wasn't about a huge before and after. The goal was simple: protect the healthiest curls she already had. Think of today as laying the foundation. Sometimes the best haircut isn't the biggest transformation, sometimes it's the haircut that gives your hair the chance to recover. So I started with a dry curl by curl trim. I only removed the ends that truly needed to go. Healthy curls stayed, length stayed. Because my goal is never to make your hair fit a haircut. My goal is to make the haircut fit your hair. After the trim, it was time to wash. Whenever I see hair that's feeling fragile, dry, or lacking elasticity, I always think about strengthening it before styling. So today I chose a protein mask. Protein doesn't magically fix every hair problem, but when the hair needs strength, it can make a noticeable difference. The key is knowing whether your hair needs it. After rinsing the mask, we moved into styling. And honestly, styling is where I see many people accidentally damage fragile curls. Not because they're doing anything wrong on purpose, they're just rushing, using too much force, too much friction, too much manipulation. Fragile curls don't need aggressive styling, they need patience. So instead of grabbing large sections, I worked slowly, small section by small section. I'm using a curl defining mousse because mousse is mostly water based, especially the one I'm using here. That gives me plenty of slip. My fingers glide through the hair instead of pulling on it. Every section begins to form little curl families. Those curl clumps are what create definition later. This part takes time. There's no shortcut, but the payoff is worth it. Once I was happy with the curl pattern, I reached for the gel. The gel isn't there to create curls. The curls are already there. The gel simply locks in the shape we've already created. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Watch carefully. I won't be scrunching for my client here. Most people assume every curly routine has to end with lots of scrunching. Not today. Her curls don't need it. In fact, too much scrunching could have broken apart those beautiful curl clumps we had just created. Instead, I used the praying hands method, just smoothing the gel over the outside. Very little manipulation, very little pressure. So, here's something I'd love you to try. The next time you style your hair, skip the scrunching just once. See what happens. Your curls might actually surprise you. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over the years is this: there isn't one technique that works for everyone. There isn't one routine that every curly haired person should follow. That's why I always say understand your hair before you copy someone else's routine. Finally, it was time to diffuse. This is always my favorite part, not because I get to see the curls, because I get to watch my client's face. As the cast starts forming, as the curls begin to dry, as the volume appears, you can almost see hope coming back. And today was no difference. She looked in the mirror and saw curls she hadn't seen in years. Not because I performed some miracle, not because one product changed everything, but because we worked with her hair instead of fighting against it. And remember, this happened just after one wash day. Imagine what her hair could look like after weeks of using the right routine consistently. That's where real change happens: consistency, education, patience. If you're watching this and parts of her story sound like yours, please don't lose hope. Whether you've experienced hair loss, hormonal changes, damage, or simply don't know what your curls need anymore, you don't have to figure it out alone. I coach clients from all over the world online. Even if I'm not in your city, we can work together virtually. We look at your hair, your routine, products, goals, and build a plan that's made for you. You'll also receive post call support because I know questions come up after you start trying new techniques. I'd love to help you get there. You'll find the booking link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If this video encouraged you, leave me a comment and let me know what part of your own curl journey you're navigating right now. I'd love to hear your story.